Hi everyone, welcome to the LEAP coaching session. So today let's revise reported speech. You have already learned it in many classes, many previous classes. So reported speech, it may be direct speech or indirect speech. Then when we use reported speech, yes, reported speech is when you tell somebody else what you or a person said before. Okay. So reported speech is when you tell somebody else what you or a person said before. And you can see some pictures here which tell you how to change sentences into reported speech, how to change direct speech into indirect speech. What are the changes come there when we change? Okay, so you can just go through this. What are the changes in pronouns, then time, then tenses, etc. Then we can change different types of sentences into reported speech. It may be statements, questions, requests, order, or other types of sentences. Okay. Then tenses. When we change direct speech into indirect speech, the tense of the particular subject is very important. Each type of sentence is having different structure when we change into reported speech. Then you can also find the different changes of place, demonstratives, and time expressions like today will be that day, now will be then, yesterday will be the day before, days ago will be days before, last week, then the week before or the previous week, next year, the following year, tomorrow, the next day, here will be changed to there, this will be that, and these will be those. Such changes are also coming there. Now let's get into some rules for the change of tense. First one, if the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. As you can see in the sentence, Rajesh says she has brought fame to her family. Here the reporting verb, which is the reporting verb? Yes, says. It is in present tense, so the verb doesn't change. You can see it is she has brought in the direct speech, and in the reported speech also it is same. Okay, there is no change in tense because the reporting verb is in present tense. Then which is the second rule? Yes, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech must be changed into the corresponding tense. Okay, corresponding past tense. You can see here, I said I'm speaking the truth. Here the reporting verb is in past tense, that is said. So we have to change the tense in reported speech. I'm speaking the truth, that is present continuous and which is changing into past continuous. I said that I was speaking the truth. Here you can see that the present tense has changed to past tense when it is reporting. Okay. So because the reporting verb is in past tense. If it is in present tense, we can't change the verb. But if it is in past tense, we have to change when we report it. Clear? Then there is an exception to rule 2. If there is a universal truth or habitual fact in the reported speech, the tense of the verb is never changed. For example, she said, face is the index of mind. We can't change the verb. Okay? So we can write, she said that face is the index of mind. It's an habitual fact, so we can't change the tense. Then how can we change interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences means questions. So the reporting verb is changed into ask, inquire, or demand, etc. When we change questions into reported speech, the reporting verb is changed into most commonly ask or inquire. Okay, no conjunction is used to introduce the reported speech if the question begins with an interrogative word such as what, whom, whose, which, when, where, why, how, whom, etc. That means WH questions, WH or H questions. In such cases, no conjunction is used. Okay, that means we have to omit that. We should not use that there. Then if or whether is used to introduce the reported speech if the reported speech has no question word. That means yes or no questions. In the case of yes or no questions, we should use if or whether. Change the questions into statements. Put full stop in place of mark of interrogation. Then we should not use question mark. Instead of that, we should use full stop when we change questions into reported speech. Here is a sentence to know how we can change WH questions into reported speech. He said to me, "Why are you making mischief?" It is starting with WH question. Why are you making no mischief? It is not a yes or no question. It is WH question. So we should not use conjunction. That is that. And the answer will be like, we have to avoid question mark when we change into reported speech. He asked me, the reporting verb is asked. Okay. Said to, it is said to in direct speech, but when we change into reported, it is asked. Then, why are you making mischief? It is present continuous form. The tense form is present continuous, but when we change into reported, we have to use the past continuous tense. So, it is changing into I was. Okay. Why I was making mischief. This is an example for how to change WH question into reported speech. Next it is yes or no question. She said, "Do you want to go home?" So when we want to change yes or no question into reported speech, we have to use if or whether. She asked, the reporting verb used here is asked, and after the reporting verb we have to use if or whether. I have used here if. She asked if I want it. Here it is, the sentence is in simple present, so we have to change into simple past. Then want became wanted. Okay, she asked if I wanted to go home. Here you can see what is the difference between changing WH question and yes or no question into reported speech. Okay. Next it comes imperative sentences. Imperative sentences include orders, requests, commands, suggest, advices, etc. So as the reporting verbs we can use commanded, ordered, requested, advised, suggested, etc. You can see some examples here. And one more thing, we have to use to infinitive here. For example, she said to me, "Please help me." It's a request, so we can use requested as the reporting verb. Then she requested me to help her. We have to use here to plus verb 1 or not to plus verb 1. We have to use here to or not to. Okay. If the sentence is negative, we have to use not to. It will start with don't. For example, the doctor said to me, "Don't have too much fat food." Don't have too much fat food. So we can say like this. The doctor advised me not to have too much fat food. The sentence is starting with don't, so it's a negative sentence and we have to start with the not to. Okay. Then orders will be there, requests will be there, suggestions will be there, advices will be there, warnings will be there. Then in the case of exclamatory sentences, how we can change into reported speech. A sentence that expresses a state of sorrow, joy or wonder is known as exclamatory sentence. Okay. The exclamatory sentence expresses state of joy, sorrow or wonder. Therefore, to convert them into reported speech, some specific words like exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with wonder are used as the reporting verb. Okay. Then the usage of these words depends on the state of emotion expressed in the exclamatory sentence. So if it is saying happily, we can use exclaimed with joy. But if it is saying, the sentence is saying with sorrow, we can use exclaimed with sorrow. If it is with wonder, we can use exclaimed with wonder. Okay. Then we have to use the conjunction that. Okay, they exclaimed. For example, they said, "Hurrah, we won the game." So it is saying with joy. So we can write like they exclaimed with joy that they had won the game. Okay. So go through all the examples and practice the PDF which is going to give along with this video. Okay. And prepare well for the LEAP exam. Wish you all the luck. Thank you.